Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be discussing about how to create income tax calculator by using HTML code generated by generative AI tools like Grok AI. For that, first we need to open X, which is formerly known as Twitter, and then we have to open Grok here. So I'm giving a prompt to Grok AI, which I have already saved, and I'll be explaining about the prompt also. So this is the prompt I have given, like create a HTML code for an income tax calculator. In the bracket, I mentioned as per the Indian Income Tax Act because these generative AI models has been developed by US companies. So if we don't mention as per Indian Income Tax Act, they assume that we are asking for the US as per US Income Tax Act. So in addition to this, I also mentioned some of the other instructions like there should be input section in the code where I can enter annual taxable income, and there should be an option where I can choose old tax regime and both new tax regime as well. And there another input section like to mention deductions available based on the selected regime. Now, if you go to the deduction section based on the regime selection, for the old tax regime, there is a standard deduction of 50,000. At the same time, for new tax regime, there is a 50,000 also. So, which is applied automatically. Then there is a section 80C investments where people can save taxes up to maximum of 1,50,000 rupees, and there is section 80 where people can claim deductions based on the investments in the health insurance policies, and there is 80 section 80e where people can claim tax deductions based on the education loan interest paid. In a similar way, there are other sections like section 80g for donations, section 24 for home loan interest, where there is a maximum cap of 2 lakhs, and there is HRA also. Now calculation section, I gave instruction in such a way the final model should display the total deductions and adjusted gross income after the deductions. And then I also asked the model to create a AI powered analysis based on the inputs given. uh, what are the various suggestions the model can give if I invest in where I can invest more to save more amount. Then I also given instruction for UI and UX considerations. So now I'm copying the entire prompt which I have created and I have pasted it here. And yes, that's it. Enter at Google. Now we can see the Grok AI model is generating the code. So it may take a while generating the code. Instead of Grok AI, you can also use Google Bard, which is currently known as Gemini, and OpenAI's ChatGPT also. However, I feel Grok AI is more accurate compared to both of the other models. Before making the video, I checked other two models also. I found this Grok AI is giving the better output. So now we can see here the code is ready. So I'm just copying the code from Grok AI, and I'm opening a notepad. I'm opening a new file, and I have pasted the code. That's it. Now I'm saving the file as income tax calculator, and the file is also already there. So I mentioned Indian income tax calculator dot html. Since the code is html, I have to mention it as dot html so that it will save as a html file. Now I have saved it. Bus done. Sorry. Now I am opening the file named. See, here it is. So now, for example, I'm entering some annual taxable income which is 15 lakhs. Now I selected for old regime, so you can see it here. If I'm opting for new regime, it's automatically showing the only under new tax regime there is no deductions available except standard deduction. So now I have opened 80 old regime and then 80C. Let's say for example I have 1,20,000 rupees worth of investments, and yeah, 25,000 for health policy. In education loan, let's say for example I'm having education loan interest of 60,000 rupees, and then paid annually is somewhere around, let's say, 5 lakh rupees. So you can see it here. It it, it have given the results, but I'm not satisfied with this model. I want it to elaborate more. Let's say for example, here in section 80D it has given a drop down menu. I don't want this. I want it to create something like input section. So I can give the same. I'm going to grok AI again, and I'm giving section like great. It's impressive. However, I want you to create input section for it is 80D, section 80D. 80D. However, but in the code it is it has been executed as drop down box. And take a small break, analyze the code carefully, and give me the code as per my requirements. So the reason why I mentioned take a small break is there is a company named KitKat. So they created a video campaign on YouTube and social media that uh, when you give when you include this take a small break in the prompt, the accuracy of the output has been increased. So let's give a try whether it's working or not. So let's see how the code has been given. I'm doing a small update for any other modifications. Okay. So let's see how it gives. So now, yeah, it is updating the 80D input field, and you can see in the additional improvements, it added says 4% tax calculations and HRA calculation with basic formula, and it has improved the UI user interface also. Let's see how it works. The model is generating the code. It may take a while. Yeah, the code is ready, and I've copied the code and I'm executing. I'm replacing the code, and I have saved it. Now I'm opening the file again and check it. I'm entering the amount as 15 lakhs again. This time I opted old regime. So under section 80C, I gave an input of somewhere around 1,20,000. And under section D, you can see if you are scrolling near section 80D, it is showing maximum of 25,000 for non-senior or 50,000 rupees for senior citizens. So I'm giving around 25,000 rupees. The same applies to ATC also. When I'm taking the mouse cursor towards the section, it is showing what are the various things available under this particular thing. So under section 80 education loan interest, let's say I'm paying education loan interest somewhere around 3 lakh per annum, and home loan interest somewhere around, let's say, 2 lakhs, and I'm paying for rent also. Let's say I'm staying in some other city and I'm paying some rent. So let's say I'm paying somewhere around 2 lakh 40,000, and my basic salary, since I mentioned 15 lakhs as my taxable income, my basic salary is somewhere around, let's say, 12 lakhs. Done. So you can see it here. So here is the tax calculation. So the total deductions claimed is 8 lakh 45,000 and gross adjusted income is 6 lakh 55,000. And in the selected regime, which I've selected, this is old regime. As per old income tax regime, I can claim tax. I have the tax liability of 45,000. If I'm opting alternate regime, which is new tax regime, since there are no deductions available, so I can only I have to pay a huge hefty amount of 1,45,600 rupees of tax per annum. So it is giving it is suggesting me to all tax regime only. So you can see what are the additional tax saving suggestions mentioned here. So it is asking me to invest 30,000 more in ATC to save 9,000 rupees in tax. Currently, my tax liability is 45,000. So now I am increasing my investments in ATC, let's say. So you can see the amount has been changed now to 39,000. So yeah, in the suggestions it is asking me to optimize HRA by ensuring basic salary and rent align better to save more. Okay, great. Now it has given a bar chart where it is comparing both the current regime which I have opted and the alternate regime. Currently I opted the old tax regime, and it is comparing the new tax regime. In old tax regime, I am supposed to pay somewhere around 39,000 rupees, and in new tax regime, I am supposed to pay somewhere around 1,45,600 rupees. So that's it for today's tutorial, guys. If you found this interesting, what are you waiting for? Immediately like the video and subscribe to the channel. Once we hit 250 likes, I'll share the AI prompt and full source code in the description. So smash the like button and drop a comment on what you'd like to see the next. Thank you.